Joining me now is Ian Graham, the president of Oroco Resources. Good to see you, sir. Nice to meet you.
Thanks for having me.
So the company is down in Mexico. You've got this Santo Tomas project, large copper project in that country, and you've got a PEA, and it's got some robust economics. So can you give us a snapshot to start with?
Yeah. NPV8 on the project of $1.5 billion, coming off a $1.1 billion capital investment. So great capital intensity metrics. The project comprises over $20 billion worth of copper and copper equivalent in the ground that we will extract over a 20-year period. So it's $1 billion a year revenue case of $4 copper. At the current copper price, the value of the copper and copper equivalent resources that we'll extract would be worth $25 billion pre-tax.
Wow. So we know that there is a new president down there, Ms. Sheinbaum, versus AMLO previously. And I'm curious about the environment down there. Is it completely different or not entirely different? How would you describe it in terms of mining? Because she has this plan Mexico.
Absolutely. So I think she's a very pragmatic lady, and she has a focus on the well-being of people, particularly the rural folks. So what we see is that she is cautiously walking back the AMLO case. She has to be careful not to do that in any sort of too rapid a way, because she is his mentee, AMLO's mentee. So I think she's doing it with care. But we're seeing recent mining permits being issued at a pace we hadn't seen in a number of years. We're seeing environmental permit applications being made by a number of companies, and no doubt they're doing that in anticipation of approval. So we really do see a shift in the environment to a far more mining-friendly circumstance. So we're very heartened by that.
That's good.
And buoyed by the changes we see.
Great. Now back to the company itself. You've got to phase 2 drilling as you're moving towards a pre-feasibility study. So can you take us through that?
Certainly. So we've done the bulk of the drilling we require for a pre-feasibility study. The ore body is in 2 segments, the so-called North Zone and the South Zone. And we need to lift the resource in the South Zone from its current inferred status into an indicated status. So we see that as 15 to 18,000 meters of drilling. We need to take care of that, and then we can produce a PFS study, which then we believe tees the project up for a transaction.
So is that the plan? I was going to ask you that. You're not looking to develop it through to production. You're explorers, and you're looking to sell at some point.
This is correct.
Yeah.
So that's definitely the case. Now, how that transaction might be structured and how that might liberate the value remains to be seen. But we will be very clearly focused on a value delivery post the PFS.
So lastly here, you're talking about 20-year life of mine, $1 billion revenue. These are big numbers, obviously.
Correct.
Copper, clearly attractive. So can you sort of wrap it up with a bow for us in terms of the investment case?
Well, we believe from where we sit today, the opportunity for a very significant transaction, and when we price M&A transactions against pounds of copper in the ground or NPV, we would see a very significant delta between our valuation today and the value of a future transaction. So we think that's the investment case, fairly straightforward. And it's certainly the case that we as investors in the company and participants are betting on. So yeah, we're thrilled with it. We're excited about it and looking forward to delivering on it, which is what the shareholders tell us they want to see.
All right. Well, good luck with everything. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, good stuff. Ian Graham, president of Oroco Resources.